Basically, if you're an app, you don't want all your data being visible to everyone, such as the analytics and stuff,
Okay.
for obvious reason. Because if there is something that you want to hide, you send it, like analytics and stuff. It's better to hide it and then send it to a server and reveal it
Hmm. At the end.
online, or in a advertisement post. We have this many users and user.
Hmm.
Although, so you might be thinking right now, if these practices are going on, why didn't we find out earlier?
Hmm.
So I made a
Good
little
question.
7 point note on this. Okay, why is it hard to figure out what all they are collecting? So
Okay.
this is gonna get a bit complex. I recommend you stick with me. I'll try and explain everything. So whatever they are logging, the first point, okay, whatever they are logging, your device ID, network information, everything, the list of the stuff they are logging is remotely configurable. So
Oh,
if they want to show
nice.
that we don't log anything, they just remotely
Remo-
change whatever they want,
nice.
and the app won't log it anymore.
Easy. Easy.
Yeah, and
So,
to figure out what all it can log, you'll have to go through all the native libraries they wrote.
okay.
Yeah, now going through native libraries is a problem because there is a lot of code and it is written in assembly,
Ew. So, guys,
assembly level language.
yeah, so assembly level language is
Yeah.
very basic coding language, all right? It's nobody uses it.
Huh. Everybody uses it, it's just that no one likes it.
I mean, no one likes to use it essentially.
Okay, so the biggest problem that there is that how do you pronounce that
Obfuscate,
word?
obfuscate.
Okay, they obfuscate the code that they have written. So basically, obfuscation is a process that kind of encrypts the code and prevents it from getting reverse engineered. And they have a custom kind of library for it,
Samja.
so it's even
So
harder.
you
It's not
can't.
something that is open source.
Right, right.
Yeah, so it's hard to unlock the code, let alone read it.
Samja.
Basically,
Samja.
or in layman's terms.
Mm-hmm.
And the second point is there are several different protections in the app that prevent it from getting reverse engineered or debugged. So
Got it.
if the
Got
app
it.
figures out that you're trying to reverse engineer or debug it, it will behave differently.
Samja. Nice.
So it's like a booby trap with that.
Samja.
And finally, this is even scarier. On the Android version of the app, there are there is a code system that will allow it to download a zip remotely, unzip the file, and execute whatever the
What?
code that the zip file
What the
content.
heck?
Yeah, there is zero reasons why a mobile app should have this functionality. Legitimately.
So essentially, if you have TikTok in your phone, what Advait is saying, I'm assuming what Advait is saying is that it can download any zip file. Any zip file?
Any zip
Does
file.
it have to be zip or can it be exe?
So they had it had the unzipping functionality coded
Oh.
into it, so that's why
That's why that's the okay. That's
and execute
Samja.
whatever is it. This is coming from
Nice.
the same Reddit user, so take it with a little bit of grain of salt.
Mhm.
But come on, why would he lie?
Mm-hmm. Right.
And he has like zero reasons to lie and stuff.
All right.
But
All right.
yeah. And finally, the biggest reason they don't want you to know how much information they're collecting on you is because the security, in his words, the user's word, the security implications of all this data in one place
Mm-hmm.
is fucking huge.
Way too high. That's right. Way too high, dude.
Yeah, they encrypt all the analytics information, all the analytics information, as in the likes you have and everything.
It's all
They encrypt it with a custom algorithm which updates with every update of
What
TikTok.
the heck? Samja, so you can't even.
So if even if you
Ah.
reverse engineer one version,
Right.
the next version you'll have to do something
It's
else.
like
At least the key changes. That is what is said.
it's like the. I saw this. If you have seen this movie, it's called The Imitation Game. And
Haven't
yeah,
seen
check it out. It's a great. It talks about Alan Turing, and he was the first person to invent a programmable computer. So that's his story, and it's
okay.
great. It's a great movie. It's such a good movie. It's amazing. Please just go watch The Imitation Game. Alright, it stars Benedict Cumberbatch. Yeah, so
Oh,
it's a great movie. Go check it out. But it reminds me they were trying to crack a German code, right? And this is what that reminds me of. And the German code used to reset every 24 hours. That's why it was so difficult to crack.
Oh, is it about the Enigma machine?
Yeah, the Enigma machine. That's right.
Something like
Yeah.
Enigma.
The code was-
Oh, yeah, I have read
Yeah,
about
the
it.
code was the code is called Enigma, and it used to
But someone cracked it.
what?
Like it was so hard to. I saw a video that it was so hard to crack the Enigma machine. Like there is a 1 in 84,000 or something
yeah.
like that of a chance that it being
Yeah.
cracked, and the opposite team did it. They cracked it. Too.
Nice, exactly.
So it was like.
That's what it reminds me of. The Enigma code used to reset every 24 hours, and this reminds me of it because this also.
I'm not sure if it's 24 hours, but yeah, it's kind of similar.
It's not 24 hours, obviously. It's with every update, but it changes, right? The key changes.
Yeah. Also, the final point I have right now is they also made it so that if you block the communication to the analytics server through your router, the router can't access nothing from that router can access this analytics server, then the app doesn't work. It just crashes.
Damn. Nice.
So you can't use the app
without talking to the
connecting to the analytics.
So you have
server.
to send them in analytics कुछ भी करके.
Yeah, you have to at least connect to
समझा. Okay.
basically.
Okay. Nice.
Oh, so
imagine having that much data.
All this risk is not worth it. Yeah.
Yeah.
The thing is, imagine having all the things they can do with you.
That's
okay. Do you, there is this final point. There is this another report done by the Peterson University or something like that, and they cite concerns over China rather than TikTok itself.
Okay.
It's a threat because of the immense popularity and parent company of ByteDance and their roots in China.
True.
Although they assure us that they are being operated in United States and India, and they have a CEO based US and ESA. In my opinion, it is not worth taking all that risk.
It's not.
There are so many people trying to stop you from doing it, and these are very smart people.
That's right.
So you can use so many other apps.
Seriously.
There's so many other. Even Instagram has a Reels feature now.
Instagram Reels feature for the win. Absolute masterstroke by Instagram.
I know.
Absolute. Man.
We'll come to that.
Instagram.
Although it's our kind of job or what a duty to tell you the entire story, and some of the concerns or the bans do spring off the anti-China movement right now, which is going on in United States and India, where they just outright want to ban any data collection practices by other countries.
Fair
anything
enough. All right, fair
and
enough.
they're citing privacy concerns and everything with this. There's US and China trade war also going on, and then Indian border war also going on. So there are more factors affecting this. Although given that you have an alternative now, even given that so many people are telling you about this, and these are really smart people, and the laws in China about data and stuff, you have to share it with the Communist Party. Even though all this might not be true, or that they somehow changed their practices and added privacy features and everything, it is not worth staying there.
It's not. It's not. We're essentially telling
like you have
please.
everything to leave that platform right now.
Yeah. You have no reason to stay on that.
Switch
platform.
somewhere else.
Just go to Instagram Reels. It'll catch up. It may not have the best features.
It's exactly the
TikTok
same
का सब features
thing.
नहीं होगा, but give them a month and Instagram Reels they'll rule the domain. What can I say? They're gonna rule. That's all I know.
And even though TikTok won't ever use that data or won't get hacked, having this much data gives them the power to exactly pinpoint who you are. So this is a little snippet on saying. So people do say that if they're collecting a data on so many people, how will they pinpoint me? Here's the thing. Your habits are unique.
Yeah,
to
exactly.
you. It's easy to pinpoint a guy.
That's right.
Suppose I have to pinpoint me. Okay? I have to find Advait in the entire. And so much I'm smart. I won't give them a real email. I'll give them some throwaway email. I'll give them a fake account name or something. Advait ka hi written nahi hoga. But who other guy stays at Sequin Heritage, goes to Wesset every day, loves that restaurant, Once you figure that out, these are 3 location points. And by the way, TikTok pings your location every 30 seconds.
Yeah.
Which other guy does this? There is just one guy in the world who does this.
Exactly. Fair enough.
So it's so easy to pinpoint. And this is just with one data point, that is location. They have so many other data points. What other person has a A70 with a unique ID? No one.
Exactly. That's exactly.
It is so easy to, and these were just 1 or 2 data points. They have so many other data points.
That's right.
If you don't know, there is this amazing documentary on Netflix called The Great Hack. It is about what happened in the US election 2016 and how data on Facebook via Cambridge Analytica was used to.
I've seen this. Yeah, it was.
It's an amazing documentary.
Yeah, it was.
What they did is, so that's the power of data. So the basic gist of it is, you want to talk about it?
No, please continue.
I guess I've talked about it. Okay. So basically, I don't want to get into a lot of politics, but there's Hillary Clinton and there was Trump. Okay. So it is hard to convert who is a Hillary Clinton fan into a Trump fan. It is really hard to do. But if you take the middle wala people who are not sure about Hillary Clinton and who are not sure about Trump, just throw them with ads pointing that Hillary is bad. And once you switch enough people to the Trump wala point, plain, just the people who are on the boundary, you can win the entire election.
That's right. And US elections are not won on the basis of majority, alright? Majority wins nahi hota. Go check out. You should go check out the episode on Patriot Act, and you'll understand how Trump won. And go check out The Great Hack. And there was this book that I read. It's called.
Amazing document.
The book that I read was Everybody Lies. All right. That book was it was essentially a documentation. No, it's not even. It's a very. How do I say this? It's by a big data analyst, right?
Take your time.
So
okay.
It was a report. It was more of a report of how he broke down, Google searches, just Google searches, to find out what kind of person you are, right? And the the title of the name, Everybody Lies, was such. It was like that because we know who we are. Like, we are our most vulnerable and truthful when we are doing a Google search, right? Exactly. So he collected all this data. That is why it's called big data, because there's a lot of data, obvious name. And he analyzed it to find out who will be voting for Trump, who will be voting for Hillary, and the geographical areas which tend to
What's the book called? I'm buying it.
Please buy it. It's called
What's the name?
Everybody Lies. I think I still have it in my cupboard, and it's a great movie.
Yeah. Oh, you bought the hard copy?
No, my friend lent it to me.
Everybody Lies. Nice.
It's not even a big book. It's like a small 200 page shayad, but it's great. It's a great read. You will see, that is why you will understand how powerful data is when you read that book.
Yeah, people don't understand how powerful data is.
Yeah, that's right. And he did that just of Google searches, dude. Google searches usne kiya ye sab. And TikTok is collecting 10 times that much data. So imagine the kind of power
people
that
need
TikTok
to
has.
realize how important their data is.
Exactly. You should. We may sound like your moms and your dads, but that is one point that they are.
But really smart mom and dad.
Really smart. I didn't say it. Anyway. I said it, but okay. Just be careful of what permissions you give. See, this is the things that you can do right now, right? Some practical solutions that me and Advait offer. Ki you can be careful about what kind of permissions you give any app. Okay, not just TikTok, any app.
Don't just like allow and everything.
Don't do that. I've stopped doing that a long time ago. All right, and Oh man, मैं सोचता था कि बचपन में यार मैं कैसे अलाव अलाव दबा देता था. I was like, how can I be so stupid? But okay, you learn,
Oh,
all right?
why exactly?
Yeah, you learn. It's okay.
हाँ,
And
we're there too.
yeah, and don't just ये हम लोग ने एंटी चाइना मूवमेंट के एपिसोड में बोला है, but avoid
हाँ,
random apps by random developers. Just don't do that. All right, not everything on the Play Store.
there's a lot of information on your phone.
Exactly. There's a lot of information on your phone. You don't want it to
So-
get hacked or anything. Just be careful on the internet.
I'm not being endorsed by this app or anything. There is this app on Google Play Store. It's a paid app. It costs, I think, 150 rupees or something, but it's really worth it. It's called Bouncer, and what it does is, once you give the app the permission and you exit the app, you press the home button or do the home gesture, it will go and remove the permissions.
Yes.
It is a custom script or
He
something.
told
like
me
that.
about it.
And I bought it, and I love it. I use it with every app. I don't give Instagram any permissions. When I give and press the home button, it will remove the
That's great.
remove the permission.
That's great.
That's a great app. I would recommend. It's a pro user app, so you'll have to figure out how to use it and stuff. But it's an amazing.
It goes a
app.
long way towards protecting your data, which is very costly.
Protecting, yeah.
Your data, you are actually, the thing is, people say we don't matter, but you do. You have a lot of value.
Yeah.
Your data has a lot of value in the market out there. So, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if you're valuable, but your data is really valuable. That's gonna be a new motto.
You're not valuable, your data is. Oh my god. That's a great
Any
Great way to
a lot of talk about
end the
data.
talk.